And here we go again. Just another evening of this handsome fellow, distinguished, obviously a chick magnet. Back here for more of the same. Schmutz on the glasses. Nobody likes schmutz on their glasses. So, we're back for temporary powers, buffs, experience booster, and give me 3 more. Again, to repeat, this does not give you endless amounts of XP. This just increases the duration. And I believe this server, Indomitable, is still getting the 100% bonus. So this should be 3 times XP. We don't want to take Velas down just yet on account of he would hurt a lot. Now, you can also have go searching for contacts with the Find Contact button. If you don't have any current missions, quests, in this case I only have one that I don't particularly want to do just yet, click on Find Contact. You already know that one. I know that one. I do not know him. He's in the Hollows. Not a fan of the Hollows. Montague Castanella. But I've also reached level 12. Which means I can also do the crafting quest. I think I'll wait on that. So I'll teleport to Montague Castanella. Like this. Right. If I was in the same map with him, it's actually instant. And good evening to whomever's joined me. And they teleport me on top of a lamp. Don't know why. And there's a dictionary and thesaurus right next to the lamp. I'd never noticed that that was actually detailed enough you could read. Dictionary and thesaurus. Huh. Hi, Montague. Hello, Sonic Boomer. My name's Montague Castanella. I'm a member of a group of people who have interest in matters of the occult and mystic arts. Perhaps you've heard of our group. We're called the Midnight Squad. And we've been around for some time. However, ever since the Richti invasions, our numbers have been greatly depleted. It's my hope to change that. Percy. Yeah. This is often an annoying quest. He's being held by the Circle of Thorns. He was investigating stuff, and now I need to find him. He's in a rather complicated map. Well, somebody's a demon summoner. I don't want to mention any names, but it looks like it's Cinderspark. Before I forget, let's go ahead and turn down the notoriety by 1 level. And we've got a long ways to go, so time to get teleporting. You notice it uses a fair amount of endurance. Ow! Well, that freaking hurt. They hit really hard. Huh? Oh, purple level. No wonder. Yeah. Purple is the maximum color differential you can have. I don't remember if that's like 5 or something like that. But anything from 5 to infinity, and they look purple. And that hurt a lot. So I'm going to take a quick knee. Friday, isn't it? It is indeed Friday. Welcome to your weekend, I hope. Okay, so somewhere down here is our friend Percy. And most of the time he appears at the bottom of a large room, standing in the water, being menaced by Circle of Thorns. Last week, I got this quest, and I complained about how it always takes forever, and then I immediately found him. So I'm going to complain about how it takes forever again, just so I can immediately find him again. Because that's definitely going to work. I complain about it, and it will definitely work exactly the same way. I'm sure of it. The Circle of Thorns is one of the mystical bad guy groups in Paragon City. Take me down to Paragon City, where the villains are evil and have no pity. There you go. My doggerel rhyme for the day. I apologize, but not really. Is someone shooting at me too? Oh no, they're fighting with one another. Well, that's fine then. Oh, I have more friends. Lucky me. Oh, you came back, huh? And now I'll take a quick knee and get back my health and endurance. Good evening to everyone. I hope your Friday is starting what promises to be a truly awesome weekend. I'll try this way first, although I think this is probably a dead end. Maybe not. Is it headed the right way? No, it's not headed the right way. Most of the time, he is in this direction. Is Percy and those who are menacing him in a big room. Like this one. Is he down there again? He is down there again. That's where he was last time. He's never in the room. There's another room in this complex that's much bigger and has many more levels. And he's basically, I've never seen him here now twice in a row. That's not me complaining, by the way, because he's going to be much easier to deal with. Oh, maybe they altered his location. Or maybe there are a bunch of different places he can spawn, and I've just gotten lucky twice in a row now. There's Percy. So, Montague sent Sonic Boomer to come collect me. Don't worry. I try not to make a habit out of this, but you'll never believe what I found. Oh, I probably will. Let's exit. And we'll teleport back to Montague. Hopefully this time without attracting the attention of the pink and purple, colored conning mobs. Conning is an old school gaming phrase for considering. It goes back to MUDs, where you determine how powerful a mob is by, well, considering it. And the highest they can con in this game, as far as I know, is pink. Or pinkle, because it's not really pink and it's not really purple. It's kind of between. Thank you for rescuing Percy. He's already handed over information regarding the circle. They're attempting to divert the flow of magic of all power to only those who use magic. Divert the flow of all power to only those who use magic, causing all other origins to weaken while magic users reach new heights of ability. The Circle was doing this as a means to combat the Ricti, encroachment into their caverns. It definitely explains their presence in those caves. The Midnight Squad has this information. I'll know shortly how they wish to proceed. The Midnighters believe that investigating Percy's information regarding the Lost and the Ricti's involvement with magic is now our primary concern. I don't know how Percy does it, but that kid's good. Are you interested in aiding us in this venture? I will investigate the Lost and Ricti's involvement. The Midnighters, thank you for your assistance. Have you ever considered joining our fold? Well, I'm not magical. I'm technological. I have vibrations that I use to project sonic sound and sonic sound as opposed to non-sonic sound. And also to not teleport, but instead use vibrational transitioning. And good evening. Also, there you go. I feel a need to occasionally impersonate myself. I need to go to that office and collect any information I can regarding what they're doing. All right, well, I have to investigate the Lost and the Ricti. Oh, these two missions are awful. I hate them. Oh, well. Oh, well. That is Feuerfrei. I believe that would be a Rammstein fan, I assume, to have the name Feuerfrei. Because that's a Rammstein song lyric that usually is accompanied by a whole bunch of pyrotechnics, I believe. Off we go. Just got out of the way of that monorail. You really can't sneak up on anybody using teleportation. Not with the constant sounding of a gong. Need to find out what the Lost and Ricti are doing in this abandoned office. Well, I happen to know that there's a hole in the floor that leads down into caves with a small Ricti facility. I just happen to know that. Got the big Lost. I think this is the right place. Oh, didn't realize you're. Oh, hi! I didn't realize you were here. Missed. Don't miss again. Missed again. This is not going great. Got him. That's the immediate threat. Although I keep missing this guy, he's going to be an immediate threat too. I will take a quick knee. Get my health and endurance back. Because sometimes you leap into the middle of trouble you aren't prepared for. Yeah. I have 4 computers that I need to investigate, and I need to defeat Sidian. He's a rickety. Alright, we put him down. Well, these guys hurt. If they hit with that, their big honking two-handed sword, it is painful. It hits really freaking hard. Him. That's a level. Alright, well, we leveled up. We want to take advantage of that while we've got our big buffs up. And start wailing on these wankers. Right, in here, we turn right. There's a hole in the floor. We ignore the guys upstairs because we want to get to these guys sooner. Well, we still got our buffs up. We're going to be losing those in a second. I think we have to go left here. So we dinged 13 a minute ago. Used to be 14 was the big number you wanted to hit. That gave you your movement power. But now, you get a movement power at 4. A definite improvement. You also don't think you could used to be able to get your a cape until you hit level 14 or 12, I think. So those were some changes they made that just made sense. You want a character. People are going to want to be able to create their characters with a cape because, hey, superheroes. And running around to get everywhere in town was less fun than it might sound. And I don't know, maybe it sounds like fun. Wasn't really. Turned out. And I think Sidian and the computers I need to access are in here. If I'd gone to the right in here, there's a similar facility down there, but I think this is the one that has the computers in Sidian. I'm right there, Sidian. And there's the computers in the 4 corners of this lower area. So we're going to take care of Sidian first. Interruption unacceptable. Magic dissolution research must progress. Oh, didn't realize he was here. Well, take care of him. Alright, Sidian. Sidian taken care of. Take care of these buckshots. Hey, Major Kicks. That's cool. Thanks for coming. A lurk is always welcome. It's going pretty well. Another evening of, superheroing it up. Beating up bad guys. Clicking on clickies. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it, I think. That's what I've heard. And one more computer. Alien computer to hack in. Don't worry. I have a Macintosh. Independence Day proof that a Macintosh can hack into anything. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Great documentary, that Independence Day. I will call Montague. Ah, the Ricti and the Lost are working together. Not good. Ever since the first invasion, the Midnighters have feared the Ricti would begin to pool their intellect towards countering their weakness to magic. If I had to guess, that's what's going on here. Surprisingly, we've managed to glean some information from the computer parts you've recovered, and it looks like I've got another rescue operation for you, a very untraditional one at that. I need you to rescue a Ricti. Yeah, you heard me right. His name is Argot Burwatt. Ricti traditionalist being held captive by opposing Ricti forces, the Restructurists. I don't claim to be an expert on Ricti politics, but I do know that Argot has asked for asylum, and the Vanguard have agreed to grant it to him. Since you found the intelligence, we thought you'd want to be the one to bring him in. Okay. Not sure I'm following your logic there as to why I'd want to be the one to bring him in. He's a Ricti, and the Ricti are bad, but alright, we'll pretend. And this building is essentially identical to the one I was just in, including the layout of the mobs, except we go to the right when we get underground instead of the left. I've done this a time or two. The fact there's such a thing as a good Ricti seems odd, but if what Montague says is true, Argot Burwatt could hold the key to bringing them down. Alien invaders, never good. Unless maybe we're talking Amazon women on the moon. That's a movie reference. Right in the kisser. Nobody in there. Nobody in there. Good, good. We can avoid pulling them. Good, good, good. Uh-oh, I think I've got bad guys coming behind me. I do. He knocked me down, but I finished him off, so we'll call it a draw. Got him. Pew, 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 pew. And we come in here and across here, and again, we've got the hole in the floor. This time, we got some Lost outside the hole. The Lost have been infected by a Richter virus that has, in essence, mutated them. Given some of them, essentially, almost superhero-esque powers. And some of them, it just made them really freaking big. Like that guy. And that guy. Ow. I think I mentioned how hard those freaking swords hit when they hit with the two-handed swords. Answer, a lot. Take a quick knee here to get my health and endurance back. We'll head in deeper. Ooh, deeper. But we go to the right this time instead of the left. Take that, and take that, and also this, and while I'm at it, maybe a little of that. This is not where I want to be. Did I miscalculate? That seems almost inconceivable that I could miscalculate, and yet here we are. Maybe it's random as to which way you have to go at the intersection? Possible. Seems unlikely, but possible. No. Is there more to the right here that I didn't see? Ah, there we are. There we are. My mistake. I got lost in it. Ow! Told you, I really don't like that Lost with the big swords. There we are, and there's City, and again, we get to beat him up again. Because, hey, that's always fun. Richter defeated by Sonic Boomer. Lucky shot. Sonic Boomer again, unfinished business. Bizzle? Must settle score. Bizzle. No idea what the hell a Bizzle is. Hit him. Thank you. Alright, there should be two guys menacing Argot Burwat. Ah, there we are. Two guys menacing Argot Burwat. One guy menacing Argot Burwat. No guys menacing Argot Burwat. Defeat Sidian, or Kidian, could be Kidian, and minions. But I believe that means that there's one more mob I need to beat. I think it's this one. Hi there. Whiff. Great big whiff. And a whiff. There must be another one. Or two. Oh, there we go. One more scavenger slugger. I was going to say that should do it, and then I immediately missed, of course. There we go. Bop-da-bop, bump. There we go. Another mission complete for your hero and mine. Sonic Boomer. Montague Castanella. With Argot Burwat safely in Vanguard hands, we have a huge leap forward in the second invasion of the Ricti. Now, we only have to hope that at Vanguard are forthcoming with the intelligence they get out of our new Ricti ally. I think it's time we brought in some outside help. Did you ever hear of the Dawn Patrol? Their original leader, Hero 1, was the one who took the Omega team through the Ricti portal to shut it down. Ever since that day, a woman by the name of Lady Jane has taken over the team. She's recently come over to the States, and she claims to have important information regarding the Lost. She wants a meeting. Apparently, the Lost attacked the main headquarters of the Dawn Patrol, and the patrol managed to fend off the group, but a lot of damage was done. You're supposed to meet up with Lady Jane, but she doesn't want it widely known that she's here, fearing another possible Lost attack. Go meet with Lady Jane and gather any knowledge she has regarding the Lost. Oh, and watch what you say about Hero 1 while talking to her. Rumor has it that they were more than just teammates. Just saying. Just saying. Don't know that, just rumor. Just rumor has it. More undergrounds. Not a fan of the underground missions. You're here to meet up with Lady Jane and gather any information she has regarding the Lost. Shut up, said the Madness Mage. That's no way to talk to a lady. And they put me to sleep. Twice. Hello? Wakey, wakey me. Using mental powers to sleep me temporarily. Again. I'm still sleeping again. And I'm sleeping again, even though I did defeat him at the same time. I'm going to take a knee, because they managed to peel off half of my health. Jerks. And I don't have a stun break inspiration on me. Thanks for the help, but now we've got to find her chest, which presumably is not the one that's attached between her abdomen and her shoulders. What kind of superhero is she? She's using a gun! Oh wait, I have superheroes who use guns. And really, is that any less superheroic than me using a powered vibrational suit to control sonics and to give me a vibration-based, not teleportation, although that's what the skill says. It's a vibrational transition. Again. Well, we've got two possibilities, left or right. Left or right. I'd say right. It's Archer. Probably not Sterling Archer. I do have a character based on Sterling Archer. The sign of the zodiac that is the Archer is Sagittarius, and so he is Sterling Sagittarius. A bit of a stretch, but it works. Dual pistols, I believe. Alright, we took care of him, but we've got friends. Generally, it's nice to have friends. Less nice to have friends when they're some sort of demonic lasher and a couple of Circle of Thorns ne'er-do-wells. And another Hordling lasher. Really, it's... I just don't think there's any way that a critter called a lasher is going to be any fun whatsoever. Oh, more! Well, that's another level for me. So, while we've got the level buff, let's annihilate everybody. Oh, I said annihilate, of course. I just mean apprehend. I'm going to apprehend them really, really hard. And that is level 14. And we've got her stuff. And bump-a-da-bump-bump. So I will do the crafting tutorial next. And that's in the exact same place as Montague Castanella is. The University Library. Or the university in general. University of Steel Canyon, so USC. Oh, I need to train first. Crap. And that is Valkyrie, and she's like quite a ways away. But that's fine. We'll just teleport. Vibrationally transitioning from one location to another without passing through the intermittent space. Using quantum vibration technology, because as we all know, Throwing the word quantum into any random scientific-sounding bullshit is how they do everything in the comic books and television. Hi, Valkyrie. Yes, train me up to level 13, please. And train me up to level 14, please. I think another attack is called for. Give me shockwave. Gimme shock treatment. No, wait, that's the Ramones. Shockwave. Excellent. I have trained up. We have another hero here. They are Icy Sweet is their name. That's a player. We'll talk to Montague first. He's over here on the right. And then we will do the crafting tutorial. And I'll walk through that. So any of you new players can see how that works out. I'm not sure what level becomes available. I know it's available at 12. Argot Burwatt wants to see me, but that will have to wait until after we do the tutorial. So, coming here to the... Sorry, the same building that Montague is in. Talk to the admissions officer link about available missions. Read the invention program syllabus. I haven't read a syllabus in 35 years. We have Salvage 101, Recipes 201, Workbenches and Results 301, Invention Enhancements 401, and the Wrap-Up. I'll say in advance, the Wrap-Up with Counselor Jones. Counselor Jones looks like a refugee from the University stage show of Greece. Oh, he wants to talk to me again after I've finished the syllabus. Be introduced to the new contact. This is Professor Borum. Professor Borum. Well, I certainly knew several professors that qualified, as Borum was what they did. Ask about available missions. Research salvage in the bookcase. And over here, we learn about salvage. To see the salvage you've gotten, you simply go over here to the salvage pop up here. And you can see this is all the salvage I've got. They're just random drops from mobs you're beating the snot out of. The common ones are white, uncommon are yellow. Rare, I think, are the purple. Very rare. So uncommon, very rare, and this is the account bound. The reward merits are earned for finishing off storylines. Okay, that's right. That's only part of the class. On salvage, next is assignment to head over to the campus supply room and pick me up some. Here's a list of the salvage you need. So there's actually a short fighty mission here in the middle of the tutorial. As one of the two Nazi supervillain groups have invaded the storage room looking for something. At launch, there was one Nazi group, the Fifth Column. But they pulled the Fifth Column from the game. Reasons were never... At least it was never clear to me why. My assumption was, like, perhaps they were looking for releases in Europe, and it had a very strong Nazi vibe, and Nazi imagery is verboten, so to speak, in parts of Europe. Not sure if that was it or not. Regardless, they brought in the Council, who was sort of a secret organization of even Nazier Nazis who was actually in control of the fifth column and kind of betrayed them to the superheroes was the lore. And then the fifth column came back into the game, and now we have two Nazi groups fighting over which of them is Nazier. But it's great because you get to beat up both of them, and they beat each other up too. Yep, these are members of the council. Well, let's see how this does. Oh, that! Impressive, like that. Good evening. Thank you. I'm glad you came. I hope you find the live experience thrilling. Not likely. But welcome. And it's nice to see that there are new people coming to the game, that it's not just all us old fogies who played it back when it first came out who are picking up the game. I think the box I'm looking for is over here. I'm currently doing the crafting tutorial. This is part of the crafting tutorial. I don't think every university necessarily has Nazis in their storeroom, but this one does. There's the glowy I need. Stoked about being able to play it again. Haven't played since I was a teenager. Yeah, well, that's kind of the reaction most of us old-timers had when the game reappeared. The way I've described it in the past is, it's like on a Monday you asked me if the game existed. If there were private servers, I said, well, I heard rumors twice, but they turned out to be bullshit. No, it's bullshit. There are no private servers. On Wednesday, I would have seen the news and videos and leaks and confirmation that it was real. On Friday, I was playing. That's about how fast it was. No exaggeration. To go from, no, there are no private servers, to playing on a private server. And that's actually what I was playing when I started streaming. I started streaming City of Heroes. And it's still like my third or fourth most streamed game. But yeah, a whole lot of people were really thrilled to have it back. Alright, I got you the stuff you need, Professor Borum. Feel free to giggle. Be introduced to a new contact, Professor Taylor. You must be the Sonic Boomer. Made it through Borum's class, did you? Heard about the council. That's terrible. Yet somehow not surprising. Good job getting the supplies. I will spare you the very long recitation. Recipes are... Some are easily available, some are random drops. Let's see. It's over there. And I can show you, these are the recipes I currently have. The basics are available for these sorts of things, for damage, accuracy, and endurance reduction. And then you'll find the others the hard way. So I have one here that's a resistance debuff, and another one here that's an accuracy damage 50-50 jobber. A clue found about rarities for the crafting materials. You can buy common recipes on the workbenches if you have the influence and the room in your recipe inventory. As you use common recipes over and over, meet the requirements, you can acquire special badges based on level and type that allow you to memorize them. So the crafting is very simple, for the most part anyway. I believe all you'll be making is enhancements. And none of these are usable because of my origin. This is about the only place where your origin comes into play that I'm aware of or that I remember. You know, at the beginning you get to choose from 5 origins. The sources of your powers And the sources of the enhancements have to be of a matching type. And these are not for me, so I will simply sell those to one of the vendors and get the influence from that, and I can use that to buy or make additional enhancements. Professor Taylor, be introduced to a new contact. Professor Chandler on workbenches. Wah! Pardon me, officer. Excuse me. Bop over here. Ask about available missions. Have you noticed the workbenches? You'll be using them to invent. You can also buy a workbench for your supergroup base. If you have the resources for it, using the workbench is simple. Select a recipe, click Create, make something. I'll use the computer to research workbenches and results. I have learned about workbenches. Oh, that's right. You can also make costume parts, make other types of salvage. We talk back to her. She's going to give us a recipe. I'm going to get the level 15 accuracy enhancement recipe. To my mind, that's the best bet early on. You want to make sure hitting does no damage. So buffing the damage on a skill that you miss with a lot isn't as good as buffing the accuracy to make sure you hit. That is especially true if you need to hit with certain skills. For instance, the Darkness Defender or Mastermind skill is targeted. You have to hit a villain. And when you hit the villain with the healing skill, it heals around the villain. But if you don't hit, it doesn't heal. So that's an example where you absolutely need to have the accuracy to hit, or your heal does nothing. Same thing for damage skills. So for debuffs or a sort of a drain debuff, which this one is, the heal, and for damage, you need accuracy. So I'm going to make an accuracy enhancement. I've gotten the reward for it and the salvage for it. I'll now head over to... Is it upstairs? Yeah, it is upstairs. And I got the recipe for it. Brainstorming ideas. I guess that's to upgrade salvage types. And here's the workbench. They've added a bunch more of categories and a bunch more recipes. These are all for the basic types, but you'll note lots of recipes. But I just got an accuracy 15, and you'll note requires to buy the recipe requires 7,000 influence. I currently have 40,000. But I don't need to buy it because she gave me one. To create it, it requires a luck charm and foresight. She gave me a luck charm and, boresight, but I have 2 other boresights that I have actually got through beating up the monsters. So I can only make one of these right now. We'll create that. The enhancement is created. We'll come over to manage here, and we'll see, right here. This is an invention that will increase accuracy by 20%. But it's a specific type of enhancement. Enhancements, oftentimes, you will over-level them. A lot of the basic enhancements are good for 3 levels below or 3 levels above. Once you're too far above, they no longer do anything. They stay in the slots. You can overwrite them, but they don't do anything. This is a type of enhancement that will continue to work even after I out-level it. But it won't do any increasing accuracy. It'll always be hitting for the same percent of accuracy. And so I'm going to drop that into, let's go with Scream. So now my Scream is less likely to miss by 19.2%. Be introduced to a new contact, Professor Topfer. Invention enhancements, a new type of enhancement that does not expire. Like the one I just made. You're late. Have you no concept of time? No excuse for tardiness. I'm Professor Topfer. Now, come on. Let me teach you a little something about invention enhancements. Invention enhancements is a brand new type of enhancement that you can make. They're like traditional enhancements, but with more kick. They can be slotted at 3 levels higher than yours, but if my calculations are correct, and they always are, they cannot be combined with other enhancements. Regular enhancements, you can, in essence, combine them. If this is a level, let's say 5, and this is a level 7, you can combine the 7 with the 5, and it's 5% chance to fail for every level of difference. So that would be 2 levels of difference, a 10% chance to fail. If it succeeds, it will make an 8, a 7 plus 1 for the other one that it got merged in. But these invention enhancements cannot be advanced in any similar fashion. I will look at the invention enhancement formula. Found a clue file. They do not expire as you increase in level. The bonuses given is constant based on the level of the recipe at the time it was built. Talk to Topfer again. One more contact. Guidance Counselor Jones, and he's the one who I'm certain is the refugee from the school production of Grease. Unless you know a guidance counselor who wears a leather jacket and a t-shirt. Although I'm not sure. He has a ponytail, so maybe it's not Grease. Maybe he's trying to look like a biker. I'm not sure. I'm the guidance counselor here at the university. I'm here to help you wrap up your studies. And have you heard about the consignment houses? That's the auction house. Wentworth's Fine Consignments. Badge earned, Inventor. And that is the crafting tutorial. Not especially complicated. Argot Burwatt wants to talk to me, and then we're going to take down Velis, because he's a jerk. Actually, we're going to take down Velis first, because we're close to the, relatively close, to the monorail. Now, Velis, as I have mentioned before, is an extremely difficult fight on level. And so normally when I reach that particular part of King's Row, of the storyline for the Skulls and Superheroics in King's Row, I wait until I've leveled up twice. Because it has like an elite boss in it, and that's him. He's bad news, as I discovered the very first time I ran into him on level. And it turned out he had chunks of guys tougher than me in his stool. And in we go to Royal Refinery. Powerful industrial chemicals mask the telltale odor of Superheroics being processed in here. The Skulls and their Superheroics. Hi, guys. Don't mind me. I'm just here to destroy your operation here and also catch Velis, your leader. Hey, don't look at me like that. I already took care of his brother. Ragdoll physics, when suddenly they bend in ways that even ragdolls would go, ow, that looks like that hurts. Velis, Sonic Boomer, is here. How did he find us? Doesn't matter now, Backbreaker. All that matters is who. Who? I don't understand. Who led them to us? So, Marana, go. The lab's location is compromised. What about the trolls? They're expecting a shipment. I'll deal with that in time. But first I must deal with this Sonic Boomer and the new regulators. That's my evil laugh. It's a work in progress. Hello, ladies. And sit down. Ow, okay. Ow. Notice they're still flopping around here on the ground. It's amusing. The ragdoll physics is very fun in this game. I would not describe it as anatomically accurate, but it is amusing. You hit me. To be exact, she pistol whipped me. Actually, kind of like it when a woman pistol whips me. Well, that missed everybody. Let me take a quick knee. Basically, we're going to beat Velas, and he's going to run away, and we've got to get somebody out of here before the place blows up. I'm not sure if we ever see him again. The leader of the Skulls. And his sister, I believe. Morana. Have a trip. That was a clean miss. Well, there's Velas, and you'll know he's still yellowed. In terms of difficulty. Even though I'm up 2 levels over the base mission now. Listen to Velas. Our fate is our own, Sonic Boomer. That is all we have, and that is what I offer. But if you wish to prove me wrong, then by all means save the facility manager from this inferno. Which will it be, hero? I do not fear death, do you? Not really, no. But I don't want an innocent dying because of me, so we're going to beat the crap out of these people. Alright, we beat him up, we beat her up. I think that's it. We can escort the guy out of here. As he'll start following me now, even if these other mobs are attacking. Also, I'm on fire. But it's fine. I'm not actually fireproof, though. So, it hurts a little. And this is timed. I'm not sure. I know in the past I've failed some timed missions, and they don't actually care. You get to the end and you don't fail. I'm not sure if that's the case with this one or not. I don't recall. And I don't know if it was that way in the game when it was live, or whether that was a change they made that, because, well, I would assume they know that people don't like timed quests, and I detest them as a general thing. But 6 more reward merits. Because hero Norm Can't Shoot is raiding the party with a party of 8. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for the raid, Norm. I hope your evening of streaming was a blast. I'm going to assume it was spent in some serious City of Heroes. Good evening, everybody. Pardon me, I'm in mid-teleport. I'll say teleport because that's the name of the skill, but actually it's a vibrational transition. A stage transition in various vibrations of the quantum interface. And I ran out of gobbledygook. Hi, guys. Welcome. I'm Lens, a player from day one of the original game, way back when. And glad to be playing on the officially sanctioned. That's right, the Sonic Boomer. I'm not sure of his inspiration, but damn, that is one distinguished, handsome fellow, don't you think? I just randomly stumbled over that facial appearance. I promise? Hope everyone's Friday is kicking ass. Great work. The facility manager already being treated at Crown Memorial, and the Skull's Superheroics lab is already being put out by the fire department. I have defeated the Superheroics gang. Actually, WWEK23. But he might stream City of Heroes tomorrow, getting these people used to it. Well, certainly. Well, perhaps you would simply describe that as a different kind of superhero game that you were playing. I'd go with that. Or perhaps you could describe this as an old school wrestling game? That's probably a stretch. Ask about available missions. Something darkens his eye. This is a single player mission only, where you get to play as a bad guy. The back alley brawler has been beaten up. His pride is about as crippled as he is, but he's going to make a full recovery. So, this is a solo mission, and I think we need to talk to him again to activate it. We play as the bad guy, and we get to beat the crap out of the back alley brawler. Deadlock is the name of the bad guy. His fashion sense is questionable. Let's see, we've got strength of will, rise to the challenge. I know we've also got a big buff skill. I don't think that's strength of will that we get when we get into the fight with back alley brawler. But in the short term, before we beat up the superhero, we get to beat up some regular heroes. At least that's what they call themselves. I don't know, do you think a real hero, a real honest-to-goodness hero, is using a flamethrower? I'm just a little bit dubious. I mean, us bad guys, sure, we'd use a flamethrower. Sounds like fun. Just doesn't seem very super heroic to me, you know? I knew that EM jammer would come in handy. And he's talking to Positron up there. The super serum. I have used the super serum. And now, having taken the super serum... Where is he? Where is he? Come over here. Oh, you coward. Just like the so-called good guy. Running away when he knows his number is up and he's about to get his butt kicked. What the hell did you take? I got it. I took Mega Fisto. Got him. Ugh. Okay, that's a really good point. The Human Torch, kind of a walking around flamethrower. You're right. I've got no snappy retort for that. Shit. Bested by logic. You're probably on the hero side, aren't you? I don't think I used this guy as the inspiration for my most played and highest level character, but he is certainly reminiscent of my Street Justice character, Flex McGristle. I'm really proud of that name. Flex McGristle. So we've played the bad guy now. Briefly. Now we go back to being a boring hero. A little note for any new players. If you do a little bit of session play like that, where you play as somebody who isn't you, it does turn off your toggles, as I discovered the other night. Last night, when it almost killed me. I was wondering why I was getting my ass kicked, handed to me by all kinds of bad guys. It turned off my defensive toggles. I'm really proud of Flex McGristle. And his entire line of dietary and muscle building supplements that are not FDA approved. All right, I need to go to Atlas Park and talk to Argot Burwatt. Flex McGristle, Gristle. As in the part of the steak that's too tough to chew. Back to AP. I created a character. This is on Indomitable because it currently is, I believe, still has the 100% bonus XP. And along with the pay-to-win vendor, which is the vendor that existed when the game was live for the subscribers when they went free to play. They had a vendor who they could get benefits from. That is, of course, free for everyone to use in this game. TLE. And we need to talk to Argot Burwatt. I have no idea how I came up with the name, but I have been ludicrously proud of it. Right up there with some of my great names like Auntie Matter and 3 Mile Eileen. Pun names are a common theme in City of Heroes. You could definitely work with mistletoe. My first thought would be a martial artist who mostly used kicks and has a special attack they refer to as their mistletoe. Thank you for coming to see me, Sonic Boomer. I've made a very impressive breakthrough with both my language and my research. I wanted to make sure you were the first to experience me. I have taken a vial of blood from Montague. The blood is the cure for the Richter virus for humans. In other words, I've discovered a cure for the lost. Recent humans are the only terms affected. However, Richter technological barriers still block virus. Magic once again key. I've been contacting local practitioners, and one man could have the answer. I need you to take this to Modern Arcane Guild of Investigation. I believe Gregor Richardson will be able to find a way over this problem. Thank you. Yeah, I am ludicrously proud of it. Like a little kid. Like a little kid who's come up with something silly and funny and thinks it's the best thing ever. It's exactly like that. Right down to the little kid part. Of course, if there's a game that's made for bringing out the little kid in us old farts, I'd say City Hero is a pretty good choice. I need to come talk to you? I don't think so, dude. Later. City Hall. I love the idea that they've got a separate desk just for supergroup registration. And I think he wants me to talk to the woman on my left. Oh. Do I have to contact? Oh, call Montague. Ask about available missions. Here it is, the last piece. Something from all the Midnighters who fall into the Ricti. Take it to Azuria. What is it? Sample of soil collected from the graves of the Midnighters. Well, that's not dark. AFK players just like DCUO? Well, I mean, every game's going to have AFK players. I don't know if they can do anything, and I don't know... I mean, I've played a lot of DCUO. Alright, where's the shot? I know the shot's here somewhere. That's the rest. There's the lost cure. We'll put that there for now. But certainly I would expect the most place you're going to run into the most AFK players is going to be here in City Hall or out in front. Where, you know, players are just taking a break or doing whatever or chatting. Because I'm a 12-year-old. Look, it's Atlas's taint. I'm sorry. One of these days I'll grow up. No, I won't. It is actually kind of hard. It's old school. Now, old school means it has certain things about it that are awesome, but it also has clunkiness, unstreamlined game systems. People are used to a lot more quality of life in their game than you're going to get in a game like this. And it can be quite hard. There is one simple thing, really simple, that can make it a little bit more approachable. No, it's not necessarily bad if that's all they do is AFK, or they're AFK, you know, macro grinding mobs to get XP or something. That's a little different. If you see down here, we've got the chat hidden behind my dashing face. Right here, you've got a little chat bubble icon. If you click on that and you go down here, there are a number of things here you can do. Emotes, you can set your music, a bunch of stuff. But if you go to set notoriety and adjust the level to -1, that will make all of the mobs in all of the indoor missions you're doing be reduced by 1 level. A lot of people who have really good, strong characters will jack up the difficulty to get more experience and stuff. But you can also reduce it by a level. And that can make a difficult mission manageable and a challenging mission, you know, a lot easier. It's a pretty straightforward way, and I don't consider it abusive or exploitive at all. I normally do it simply because I play more to have fun, especially when I'm playing solo. So a little bit of advantage in those missions, I have no problem with at all. I'm rich. Alright, next contact. Task complete. Return to this contact. You've got it. You've really got it. By the dark gods, you have a cure for the lost. And now I need to cure some lost. And the place I go for that, I have to cure 20 of the lost. I happen to know that there are a good number of lost along the edge of the map in King's Row. Never mind, I'll catch you the next one. thank you. I try to be informative because I know that there are a lot of people who are trying out City of Heroes for the first time. Okay, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. So I know for a fact that there are a lot of people who have heard about City of Heroes or really wanted to play for years but weren't comfortable coming to, a private server because understandably a lot of people are really uneasy about playing on a private server for an MMO. I think that's completely understandable. But now that the game has, been theoretically blessed, or maybe not, maybe blessed is a bit much, but, is now a licensed product. Pardon me, I have to start using magic bolts to change people from lost into regular normal humans again. Oh, I misclicked. Misclicked. Wrong button with a cross on it. Here, this one's for you. There you go. So, I know a lot of players will be trying it for the first time, or players who played it years and years ago and have forgotten everything about the game. And so just covering some basic stuff like I just did can be extremely valuable. Because, like a lot of old school games, it's not as approachable as the modern equivalents, let's say. And so, a little bit of a few pointers can go a long way. So stuff like the level adjustment. Another thing for me, I move, these things belong here and here by default, but I prefer them here and here, which is certainly a more modern placement. Because we got bigger screens now and higher resolution, sometimes you're trying to keep track of everything up here. Looking up in the corner to see where everyone's life is at takes your eyes away from the fight that's going on, and maybe it kills you. And nobody wants to be dead. Technically, you're not dead. You're sent to the hospital. But you know what I mean. Well, that guy certainly seemed to be impressed. He's giving me a round of applause for these curing the other people. Not curing him, but his turn now. Here you go, sir. Be healed. More lost. A lot of the old school mechanics can feel really clunky. I mean, everyone jokes about kill 10 rats missions in games. Well, I mean, I've had a kill 35 mission not too long ago. By the way, that takes quite a while. Even if you're over-leveled, it still takes quite a while. But in the olden days, MMOs were not quite as streamlined as they are now. Writing for 3 years, and it's quite the journey to find your own way. Yeah. The game systems feel different, look different, and play different. There's a reason why there are so many WoW clones out there. It's because if you make a WoW clone, 95% of your potential audience already knows how to play it. And that's a huge advantage. So if you want to know why Lord of the Rings Online and Star Wars The Old Republic and Final Fantasy XIV play so much like WoW, it's because if they play like WoW, it's a lot easier for most players to approach the game. A game like this doesn't have that. It's not going to have easy, obvious tutorials. It's going to be harder. And so if I or any of the other, because I'm sure there are a metric shitload of YouTube videos out there for new City of Heroes players with advice and stuff. And anything that we can do to make it a little bit more approachable, let's say, is a good thing. Yeah, it plays very, very differently in my experience. Badge earned. Lost Savior badge. So, in my estimation, DCUO plays more like a console action game, and that's not meant as an insult. As a console-friendly action-type game, I think it plays better probably with a controller than a keyboard and mouse. And so it's going to play very, very different from a more standard tab-targeted game like this or Champions Online, which is basically the three games you have if you want to play an MMO that is superhero-based. There was also Marvel Heroes, but sadly, it's gone. Actually, let me contact Montague. Well done. You've done what no one has been able to do since the Lost first started appearing. Now I just need to work more closely with Argot Burwat and Azuria on a way to mass-produce this cure. That will take some time, but from what you've helped accomplish today, you've brought hope back to the people of Paragon City. With the Lost cure on its way, the Midnight Squad can begin to look for other avenues to counter the Rikti. Now that you are officially a member of the Midnight Squad, I am? When did that happen? I want you to go to our club. It's a place for others, like us, to discuss matters of the occult and mystical arts. Dude, but I'm all like tech and everything. Fine. Back to Steel Canyon South. I really enjoyed Marvel Heroes, and I miss it a lot. It was a very, very different game. You know, it played a lot closer to something like Diablo. It was an isometric AR action MMO ARPG. There we go. And it was a lot of fun. It was enormously good fun, and I miss it for sure. But we don't have enormous numbers of options anymore for superhero games. For MMOs, anyway. Now, Champions isn't bad. DCO's pretty good, too. Been trying to work on my Latin. Perhaps you could help me. How's your Latin? Excello. Which phrase calls out to you? Sivi pacem para bellum. Champions Online was originally going to be a Marvel MMORPG. But Marvel, I don't know the exact reason why. At some point, Marvel pulled the license. And so the Cryptic guys either licensed or bought the IP for Champions and turned the game they had been making into Champions Online. Welcome to the Midnighters Club. But I don't think she's not going to talk to me until I'm level 20, I believe. Come and see me when you're threat level 20, and I am only level 14. I'm not big enough to talk to Mercedes. His actual identity is unknown. Or at least unspecified. Let's see, what do we have? I entered the Midnighter Club. I entered the club. Okay, well, maybe I can do something else in there besides not talk to her. Oh, talk to him. Reward merit. 13 more reward merits. Hello, Sonic Boomer. I'm glad you made it here. This club has a number of interesting aspects to it. You should be able to get to Steel Canyon, Croatoa, or Founders Falls from here. Take note. You'll see some villains walking around here as well, but do not worry. They have sworn an oath to the Midnight Squad. For now, our agenda is shared. Again, welcome to the club. I hope you meet some interesting people. And this person has just thrown a buff on me, a couple of them. Kinetic. I think they must be a kinetic. Speed boost and increased density. He made me more dense. I can't figure out why. That's all I got. An enhancement. A wetware engineering adrenal gland booster. Ew. Thanks for your assistance. From now on, I'd recommend any further discussion regarding the mystic troubles we're facing be held within the safety of the Midnighters Club. There's no telling who or what could be listening out there. Well, I, with my vibration armor, can make us appear to be having any conversation I like. I don't actually have that ability. I just made it up because it seemed superhero-ish. Superhero-esque. What do we got? Next up, we have no missions. We have no contacts. Let's see if we can find a contact. We already know Shauna Stockwell. She shows up in the list of sort of depleted contacts where you've gone through all the storyline stuff that they have. We know Eagle Eye. We do not know David Wincott. He's in the Hollows. No interest in the Hollows. Okay, how about we try doing a police radio mission then? Calling all units, Arachnos troops have attacked a precinct house. Computer hackers hired by Arachnos have stolen information on the Neural Scrambler. And all units are reporting a theft of the Auto MCRCE, Auto Mercy, by members of the Vazalok. No interest in the Vazalok. Arachnos, computer hackers. That sounds like my kind of deal. Fortunately, I'm in Steel Canyon already. Computer hackers? We can't have that. So these are dynamically created little mini missions. You do enough of them and they'll open up a larger, also dynamically created, I believe, mission. I'm running out of endurance. Oh my god. Whew. In we go. All the evidence shows that the Neural Scrambler must be here. You can only hope that you're right. It's Arachnos, all right. Yes, it is. In my case, it's just vibration-sensitive gobbledygook stuff I made up to explain why he has sonic powers. I'm going to take a quick knee and heal up. And famously, Captain America's shield, made of vibranium as well. Okay, more Arachnos, no doubt. Aha! Aha! You can't hide behind that bush that I actually knocked you into. Stop missing. Go. But you want to be careful. One of the rules we assume is in place from NCSoft regarding the licensing is do not allow usage of any existing IP. So no Incredible Hulks, no Spider-Man, none of that sort of thing. Don't know that for sure. That's an assumption on my part. But I would say it's a relatively safe one. When City of Heroes came out, they were sued. Cryptic was sued by Marvel. Marvel literally got laughed out of court when it was discovered that all of their evidence of people making Spider-Man costumes and Hulks in-game, they were the guys who'd made it. Marvel made their own infringing examples, and the judge lobbed the lawsuit. I have to get the neural scrambler. I assume it's upstairs. I should use these stairs, but sadly we don't have that option. More Arachnos. Hi, guys. Yeah, it's never good to sort of forge your own evidence. Generally speaking, the justice system is not going to find that amusing. And that's a level for me. Level 15. Not bad for 2 days' work. While I've got my buffs, we want to beat the crap out of as many of these guys as we can. Where are you going? Don't run away. Anyone in here? Nope. Oh, we're losing our buffs. Oh, my buffs. Suddenly I feel weak. Another elevator. Take another. Oh, I'm going up another floor. Sononite would work. But if Star Trek taught me anything, it's that using the word quantum allows you to get away with all kinds of technobabble. For cell shading, it is... I'll show you in a sec. Menu, options, graphics and audio, and scroll down to experimental graphics settings to turn on the cell shading. I like the cell shading. I know some people don't like it. It's purely a matter of taste. That one. And then within that, you have more control of the cell shader itself. So yeah, I should point that out more often in case anyone wonders why my game may not look like their game. That would be the reason. I think I got used to the cell shading in Champions Online. But it's definitely a matter of taste. I hear the humming. Louder. It's to my left. Yep. Okay, it's in the room here at the end. One of the nice things they have in the game is that audio cue for when you're looking for something. Where'd he go? There he is. Hi. And there's, presumably, the neural scrambler. Dum-ba-da-bum, bump. Bump-a-da-bum, bump. And that's one of the radio missions, the police radio missions. They're pretty straightforward. Generally, go to a place, beat up the people, beat up a specific guy, or get a specific thing kind of deal. Inactive. I'm not sure why Twin Shot is inactive. I never did her storyline. Maybe I've out-leveled it. That's certainly possible. Let's see, where am I? I'm there. Oh, that's a closer monorail station. We'll go to the closer monorail station. Clicky. Atlas Park. I've just done the Twin Shot storyline so many times, I'm a bit tired of it. But it does give very good XP. Also, I would recommend it for new players. I think she contacts you at level 5 for new players because it actually gives a little bit of tutorial stuff that's kind of missing from the game otherwise. Telling you about all the various locations you can go, what happened at the hospital, the equivalent of the trade house, the consignments, all that kind of stuff. Oh, there she is. Yeah, so I guess I have out-leveled it. Interesting. Okay. There's a similar series of quests on the villain side that in essence is a villain-off contest between yourself and some very unpleasant other burgeoning villains. Right, these are all listed as inactive. Detectives. Tips. Visitor's Guide. Atlas Tour Guide. Tourism in Atlas Park recently boomed to unexpected levels with people from all over the world coming to experience the heart of Paragon City for themselves. As a result, these little visitors' guides become quite the common sight in the area. Look for any new local points of interest in Atlas Park. You notice a voucher fell out from a tourist guide you've been holding on to. Yeah, I don't remember ever doing this. It twists through the air and lands on the ground in front of your feet. You stoop down and pick it up, eliminating the potential piece of litter. Of course, because I am a good guy. We don't litter, okay? And we may speed, but not in our car. Inspecting the paper, you notice, good for one free historical tour inside City Hall. You check your schedule? Yeah, I've got the time. Keeping a keen mind and expanding your knowledge can be surprisingly helpful in your line of work. It's important. Always make time to expand your horizons. This world's scope can be staggering, so any new information could always prove helpful. Okay. I'll visit the lobby, as that seems to be the logical place to start. I don't think I've ever done this before. badge earned. The Patriot badge. And 300 XP. Is that the entirety of the mission? Seriously? That was it. Wow. Okay. Well, that was fascinating. Generally, I would say he shows a significant disregard for rules and regulations as far as traffic goes. For instance, I would be extremely surprised that he only uses the carpool lane when he has Robin in the right-hand seat. I just don't think it's likely. Also, I wonder how many people he has apprehended who were immediately sent to the hospital or possibly even the morgue. An alien material infused with kinetic energy that can make sonic waves if motion is continuous for vibrations to happen. Sold. And it also accounts for my super reflexes. It's not actually me having the super reflexes. It's focused vibrational energy. With a little practice, you too can learn to spout pseudoscientific sounding comic book quality bullshit. $15 endurance cost reducer. That actually, we'll slap that into one of our, this is attack rate. Sure, how about we toss that into there? You're close. You've got a good start towards an acronym there. So it should be kinetic energy, vibrational interface neurons. That way you get to name it Kevin. So we've got all these inactive. Detective. I don't know what I gained from talking with a detective like that, but I'll find out. Kinetic energy vibrational interface network. Kevin. So I now will name my suit Kevin. Yeah, I had to put a Kevin on this morning, and I gotta say, today, Kevin's a little bit snug right in the gusset, you know? I have to get Kevin dry cleaned. Okay, so we don't actually have anything we can talk to him about. He shows up here. And Detective Rogers in Steel Canyon is presumably going to be the same deal? I seem to be having a little bit of trouble finding another mission. I guess that may be a side effect of having, in essence, 300% XP right now. Getting triple XP. Alright, we'll try Steel Canyon. hate just missing the subway. Or, in this case, the monorail. You know? Contact Detective Rogers. Not Steve Rogers. Vibrational interface network. And we get Kevin. You could go with that for kind, but I kind of like Kevin. You're like right below me? He is. Hi, Kevin. Oh, Detective Rogers. No, he's got nothing for me either. Huh. All right, well, that's not awesome. I have no contacts. That's really weird. Yeah, Detective Rogers was looking for me. I just talked to him. He got nothing for me. Find contact. Eagle Eye. We know them. Shauna. We know them. We do not know Graham Easton. Or Laura Lockhart. There we go. All right. So we leveled up to 15, and this opened these ones up. Speaking of being 15, I need to train. And Valkyrie, it's the one for that. There you go. That's it. That's Kevin. Anyone named Kevin out there, no insult is meant. It's just your name happened to work. These big buildings are not conducive to good teleportation. Hi, Valkyrie. How you doing? You're looking good. Have you lost weight? Changed your hair? Choose a new title. I can be the something Sonic Boomer. I'm a big fan of alliterative names. So the startling Sonic Boomer or the speedy Sonic Boomer would be the obvious. Bold Boomer, pretty good. Bold Sonic Boomer, that's not bad. Incomparable or legendary sounds a bit much. Wonderful, no. Wanton. Tempting. I think bold. And I would want to be the bold Sonic Boomer. You are exactly correct. That is, I would say, just about perfect. Vibrational interfacing network. Yep. You're right. The small things matter. Let's see. We have Zara Ananke and Nexium. Ooh, that's a dicey choice. Nexium, yeah, I'm not sure we really want that one. That's Positron. Discuss events in Steel Canyon. Glad you're here. We're getting odd movements of the Clockwork, Circle of Thorns, and Vazalok. That's for a task force, which is group play. I'm not really interested in that, at least not tonight. We did have the find contacts. So it was David Wincott, Jim Tembler, Fault Line, Laura Lockhart, and Graham Easton. I know Graham Easton is a mission that leads to a bunch of missions against the Tsu, and the Tsu start getting really annoying at around this level. Just a bit southern? Well, you got to be careful with your interfacing. You got to mind your P's and Q's. Make sure you're interfacing with the right who, what, or where. So I think I'm going to skip Graham Easton or Lockhart. The last one in that quest line is really tough as well, but we can at least start. Laura Lockhart. I do all kinds of bad accents. If you were here last night, you'd have heard my bad Russian. Young woman seems a bit startled at your approach, but composes herself in time to greet you. Hi there. Thanks for responding so quickly. I keep forgetting how fast you hero types are. Petty Officer Laura Lockhart, UNSF Social Psychology Division. Social Psychology Division? Pleasure to meet you, Sonic Boomer. She extends a hand. I shake hands. Likewise. So what's all this about? Fifth column activity in Paragon City. I repeat, fifth column. Nazis. I see what you did there, Yeety. The official number for that particular type of system is 80,085, I believe. Fifth column. Flared up in this district. Something's got them riled up pretty bad, and they've been going all over town on all of the local council regiments. I did mention that the council in the fifth column hate each other. Nazis beating up Nazis? I did not see that coming. I'm here to try and find out what's causing the surge and see if I can put a stop to it. Why? Let the Nazis beat up the other Nazis. That's where you come in. I need someone out in the field that can handle themselves in enemy territory. Naturally, recruiting one of the local heroes seemed to be the best option. What do you think? You want to sign up? Sure. Exactly correct. File 80,085. Sir, excuse me? Just showing my superior officer the proper respect. I've got direct orders from Colonel Taggart. Any FBSA licensed hero that signs on is hereby assigned the temporary rank of sergeant. I'm a sergeant? I'm an NCO? Not even like a lieutenant? Oh my. For the duration of this mission, I'm here to advise and provide support, but your butt's the one in the fire here. So this is your operation. Let's get to work. All right, the first thing we need to do is try to get a bead on what exactly is causing the fifth column to become active in this region. My intel team has been tracking their comm traffic, but it's encrypted. We can't figure out what they're saying, but we can figure out who's talking to whom. And we've located a hub of recent activity. If we can get our hands on their encryption codes, we might be able to get the inside info we need. That would be the Enigma machine for those of you who are familiar with World War II history. Guessing that's where I come in, sort of. I've already made the recommendation to another local hero recruit, goes by the name Leon. That's really heroic sounding. Leon, I'm sure, will be very impressive. He's got an infiltration mission underway. I think he can handle himself in there, but that's only based off his record. In the interest of being safe and coordinating our efforts, I thought you might want to provide some backup. All right. Me and Leon. Me and Leon. I tell you, these... Where are we? Where am I? There we are. These big buildings get in the way of my teleporting. It's just so frustrating. Alright, now if I'm careful, I won't get my feet all squishy. There we go. I didn't get water in my shoes. We superheroes hate getting water in our shoes. Tiger 1, this is Zookeeper. Repeat. This is Zookeeper. Come in, Tiger 1. Zookeeper, this is... I'm not playing this game anymore. What do you want, Lockhart? Oh, don't be like that. I'm just calling in to let you know I'm sending you some backup. Wait, I thought I was the backup for Leon. Oh, she's talking to Leon. No need for backup. I've just about got this finished. It's already been sent, compadre. I'm sure the two of you can mop things up nicely. I need to find Leon. And he shall be Leon. Oh, I'm sorry. Sir? Sir? Nebel Elite Unteroffizier? Can you fly? You can! He liked flying so much, he decided to take a second trip. That's a negative, Lockhart. I've got this mission under control. That's Leon. Extra hands will only complicate things. I'll report in as soon as I'm finished here. Oh, hi. Rasrai Unteroffizier. Glad to hear you so confident, number one, but Tiger 2 is in there. You two have the same goal, so try hard not to fight. Wait, try hard not to fight with each other? But we're supposed to fight with the Nazis, right? I am missing everything I'm yelling at. Holy crap. I am still missing every single thing. All right, there we go. Finally hit him. I am doing well. And yourself on this Friday evening? As any right-thinking superhero, I'm enjoying beating up the Nazis. If it's good enough for Harrison Ford, it's good enough for me. Laura, I'm telling you, the last thing I need right now is some novice tagging along. Novice? Leon? Hold on, I'm reading nearby activity. Leon? Did you call me a novice, Leon? Rassarai Rocket? And was the other a fist? All of a sudden, I am missing so many of my screams and yells and stuff. Ow! Alright, now would be a good time to start hitting all of them. That's better. The other guy's had a rocket launcher, and the other one was a trained martial artist, and you have a rifle? Oh, dude, that must be really disappointing. You didn't get the special training for kung fu or rocket launchers? We've got Kevin and Boobs in channel. Ah, yes, I understand the waking up and waiting for your operating system to complete booting. Been there, done that. We are still looking for Leon. Was there more stuff over here? There was. We've got another Rassarai Unteroffizier. Can you fly? You can. Flying Nazis. Well, I landed all of my yells at that guy, and then he knocked me down, too. All right, where's Leon? A Nacht Unteroffizier. Grenades, rockets, kung fu. I think this is bending all the way back to there, so I'm going to assume Leon's back here. Well, thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. I am looking at also seeing if I can multi-stream. Stream to both platforms at once. There's like 3 ways I can do it right now. I can pay Restream, and that's like $20 a month. I can pay $15 a month for... No, that's $15 a month. It's like $20 a month for Streamlabs. Or I can learn OBS, where I know it's free. So I am looking at streaming to both Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. Well, that must be Leon. He's surrounded by... Okay, I'm gonna give it up to Leon. He is surrounded by almost a dozen Nazis. By a dozen Nazis? Yeah, a dozen Nazis. So he's okay. Hi, Leon. He has fabulous hair. Leon does. He glares at you irritably. As I'm sure you've overheard, I have the situation under control. I've taken out their commander and most of their base's defenses. I doubt the remaining troops will put up much resistance. But I suppose having someone to watch my back isn't so bad. I'm Leon. What do I call you? Sonic Boomer is fine. Right. Well, Sonic Boomer, there's not much more for us here. The facility itself has been crippled, but they managed to completely wipe the database before I could stop them. At this point, I don't think we're going to get any valuable info from this place. I recommend we withdraw and search elsewhere. We could bring their commander in for interrogation. He's not in any shape to be answering questions, Sonic Boomer, and neither are his troops, if you catch my meaning. Leon's face goes hard, and he gestures to the motionless body of the nearby commander. I see. That's unfortunate. I will allow those words because I have no objection to them. The secondary power set on the Boomer here it doesn't actually say here. Okay, it says in the enhancements, manage. We've got sonic attack and super reflexes. You'll note I have not kitted him out with much in the way of enhancements at all. You hear muffled shouting from the direction you came. It sounds like the column is getting reinforcements of their own. I think it's time we let ourselves out. Escape the base with Leon. All right. Oh, look. Friends. Leon, are you going to completely disable them too? Fifth column Krieger. No wonder these guys are in no shape to talk. He's using great big ass swords. I'm just using sonics. You know, a little knockdown, maybe a nosebleed or ear bleed, but no, he's using great big honking swords. Coming, Leon? 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 Oh, another friend. And the flamethrower, too. All right, Leon, come on. You shouldn't play with your food. The old joke I remember from my youth was, your mileage may vary, the difference between a good old boy and a redneck. Was a good old boy raises livestock, and a redneck gets emotionally attached. Sorry, that's like the only redneck joke I have. You still coming, Leon? Leon? Oh my god, you can't take him anywhere. Leon, do not get stuck on the wall, Leon. Leon. This way, Leon. Thank you. It's so hard to get good help. Leon, you still with me? Because we got more Nazis up here. Swords. You're carving people up. What kind of superhero are you? Leon's a little bloodthirsty. Just the tiniest bit. Oh, I missed the way out. Oops. Maybe I'm the one who's a little bit bloodthirsty. There we are. I missed it. Anyone could miss it. It's in a cave. I don't like cave layouts. You still coming? He's still coming. Bump-da-bump. Bump. There we go. We've completed our mission. $600 XP. I'll try not to spend it all in one place. Active. All right. Boing. That is Sir Arse Kickington. Is this hero's name? This is a player. Sir Arse Kickington. They wiped the info. Damn. I was sure we'd get a lead on this one. I don't know why they would have wiped their logs. Sonic Boomer, that's not standard fifth column procedure. Either Leon took his sweet time reaching the main database, or something leaked. Laura's face twists into a wry smile and she cocks an eyebrow at me. It's possible that my arrival in Paragon has drawn more attention than I expected. By the way, I want to comment here. Yes, Sir Arse Kickington. That's him right there. That you may notice her face here looks a little, I don't know, like it's missing a face. That is one side effect bug of using the cell shading option. It sometimes does not render portraits correctly. So that's something to be aware of if you're going to use the cell shading option like I do. Is it can make them look as if they're wearing several really thick pantyhose over their heads. Some mannequins certainly look this faceless. Yeah, imagine Agent Smith if instead of just covering the mouth, that they covered the whole thing with skin. And now I'm going to have nightmares. Part 2, Wars of Old. All right, Sonic Boomer, I've put together a few possible avenues you can pursue in this investigation. I wanted to get your... She stopped herself short, putting a hand to her ear. You can hear muffled chatter coming from her earpiece. Missed that last message, Central. Please repeat. As the chatter continues, Laura's eyes grow wide. She looks up at you, her mouth slightly agape. We're going to have to cut off planning discussion for now, Sonic Boomer. I just got a report of a massive column operation near Royal Overlook, and it sounds like a council forces are mobilizing to meet them. This is big, Sonic Boomer. We don't nip that fight in the bud, it could spill out over into the rest of Steel Canyon. Are you sure you really don't want the Nazis fighting the other Nazis? Because that is, I think, almost literally a win-win. Yeah, wooden mannequin. Yeah, that would work. How should we proceed? We'll get you and Leon transport to the area. I know you could probably get there yourself, but we need to coordinate our efforts if we want to minimize damage. Once you arrive at Royal Overlook, I can help direct the two of you. We'll be working with my team at Central, so we should be able to pin down hot spots and point you to them. Let me know as soon as you're ready, Sonic Boomer. We can't afford to waste any time. Oh, fine then. I'm ready. Laura. 1 second. You hear the sounds of explosions and automatic weaponry in the distance. Time to move. Well, it does sound like the Nazis are fighting the Nazis. Stop the fighting in Steel Canyon. Do we really sure that this is fine? We'll stop the Nazis fighting. And Leon's going to go all medieval, quite literally, on them. He does do a lot of damage. Rescue the workers in the construction site. Hi guys, nice of you to line up for us like this. Invention salvage found from the one that he killed. Okay, that's fine. You want to keep killing them? I'll just pick up some more invention salvage. That's cool. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, the beret on top is very evocative. And not necessarily in a good way. I gotta say, Leon, with the swords, yeah, he's pretty effective. And a recipe found. Ooh. Manhattan-style clam chowder. I made that up. I was afraid of this. Those construction workers won't be able to evacuate safely as long as there's fighting nearby. You're going to need to clear the area first. Okay, Leon's going berserk and chasing everybody and everything. I'm not sure he's a great partner. Pardon me. He just seems a little, over-enthusiastic. As he seems to be just murdering everybody. Stop the fighting downtown. Leon following me? Come on, stick with me, Leon. We're going to avoid unnecessary Nazi entanglements. So we'll just travel directly there. He's still following. All right. It's like being a parent trying to keep your kid on a leash. Only the kid is super powered and likes murdering people with swords. Actually, that's like a lot of kids. And there's Leon. making like a Cuisinart. I do like the thunderous sonic boom that you get when martial artists do their kick skill. Leon? You're just going to stand there? Or you're going to do something? Leon? Okay, he's going to do something. Back in the medieval days, I bet there were some kids with actual swords. Well, yeah, they would start training very, very young. And they would take it as serious as a modern athlete does. I guess we have to get the guys on top of the building as well. Kind of funny that companions in really old game can jump over obstacles while in many modern games they're unable to do. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they can get stuck. He got stuck once tonight. But you're right. That generally speaking, too often they emphasize it looking cool, what your companion can do, as opposed to just having him follow you. You're going to need to move fast. I'm getting reports of a massive firefight near DuPont Tower. Leon, I'll wait for you. Leon? See, this is one of those where there's only 2.5 minutes, but I think that even if we quote-unquote fail, we run out of time. I don't think we actually fail. Another level for me, that's 16. Not bad in 2 days' work. Because theoretically we've got 2 minutes left to defeat them all. Might be able to get it done. But not if Leon doesn't do something. Leon, you're just going to stand there with your phallic symbols in your hands? Corruptor's hard to play solo. They're going to be slow. I'm not sure how much I have played of Corruptor gameplay, and it's certainly not necessarily true for all of them, but generally they're going to play slow. Simply because they don't have an enormous amount of damage available to them. It's the same sort of thing I expect with Defenders. My experience with Defenders is you can certainly play them and play them enjoyably. It's just not fast. For solo play, your best bet is probably, what is it, Brute or Sentinel. Simply because they're really nicely balanced and feel appropriate to solo play. But I think it would be tough, really, to play a pure controller, and I think that's true for Corruptor as well. But we have succeeded. And I hit 16. But I have not played Corruptors extensively. So I'm not sure how accurate my perception is. I would hesitate to make a strong statement because I'm just not sure. Can I contact her? I can contact her by call now. That's good. I'll call her from right here. We're in the clear for now. Collateral part 3 on the home front. Yeah, we'll accept it for now. I mean, for instance, I would not recommend, for pure solo play, I wouldn't be able to recommend playing a blaster, say. The joke at the time was that blasters were spec'd for experience debt. Because it used to be in the game, if you were defeated and sent to the hospital, you could get experience debt. Where you would have to pay off the experience debt with 50% of your XP until you'd paid off the debt. So instead of losing XP like in a lot of MMOs at the time, EverQuest say, you just got XP debt, where half of the XP would go to the debt until it was paid off. And I would expect that some builds are going to be better at offense or defense, even in the non-offensive or defensive realms. So certain defenders are going to be better than others. My Dark Defender can manage pretty well, but he's slow for leveling purposes. Dark Defender was my main back when the game was live. Let's see, we got a train. Hi, Ms. Liberty. Howdy do, howdy do. Alright, Amplify, I'm not a huge fan of. What it does is there's two skills that are similar in a lot of the power sets. Amplify greatly increases your accuracy for a few seconds and slightly increases damage, and the other powers are very similar in that they greatly increase damage and slightly increase accuracy. But the buffs tend to be pretty short. Now over here we have Enduring. You basically become more enduring. You are able to make your endurance last longer in battle. You also manage to avoid some psionic attacks, resist defense debuffs. Your Enduring Determination also grants your minor damage resist to all damage except toxic and psionic. This damage resistance is only available as you lose health, but it improves as your health HP declines. Power is always on, permanently increase your endurance recovery and defense versus sonic attacks. Also, I can take one, but not both of these. I believe they are another toggle. My toggle power is a little low, so I will take Enduring first, and then we'll look at one of these later. Playing Dominator for your first class, it's fun but not easy. That's going to be true, I think, for probably half of the archetypes in the game. It's going to be fun but not easy. It's an old school game, and old school games definitely play at a much more deliberate pace, and a lot of times are a lot more challenging for solo play. Matron Screamer, good name. Let's see if we've got any more enhancements. All right, we can use that one, but not for long. One more level. Knockback distance. I can knock them back further. Enhances accuracy. I will slot that one. It's good for a few more levels. We'll put that into Shockwave, I think. Now we're more likely to hit with our knockback, our big knockback power. And we'll sell the others. I like Whisper Wave. So before I call it an evening, I will indulge myself. Quit the character select. And go back to server select, my primary server, Everlasting, and I'll give you a tour of my currently 48 characters because I moved 2 onto other servers to test how server movement worked. It's really simple. Select a character, click here to transfer a server, click the server, takes a couple of seconds, you get 5 transfers a week. That's it. It's really simple to move between servers. So we have Dr. Dark Energy, Nightborn, Iron Sights, my second highest level character, Big Stick. He's stealth, so he walks quietly and carries a big stick. Colonel Panic, a little bit of computer humor. Ice 9, a reference to Vonnegut's Cat's Cradle, I believe. Major Dysfunction. Major Malfunction was taken, sadly, so Major Dysfunction. Baron Epitaph, my necromancy mastermind, and snappy-ass dresser. Candiru, named after this small Amazonian catfish, which is at least rumored to like to swim up a urethra, panic, and stick out its spines. You may have heard of it. The flaming sensation, again, burning sensation was taken. Disappointment. Oh, I didn't mean to enter. I've got 38 more to show you. Hold on. Well, here's something else I can show you really briefly. There is also supergroup bases. Mine's really basic. Haha. I haven't enlarged it. The only things I've put in it are a crafting station and storage. The rest of it's just cosmetic. But there's a whole system for building your own base in the game as well. And I shouldn't, shouldn't miss the opportunity, I should say, to at least show what little bit of it we've got here. I haven't done much with it, but it is a very cool feature. And obviously that is for your supergroup, so you can get your alts in it. You can also have friends in it. Now, let me go back to where I was. Menu. Quit. Character select. There we are. Well, the burning sensation is an old joke. It's a joke that used to be what they would talk about. If you had a venereal disease, you'd get a burning sensation when you urinated. Page 2. Abaddon the Fallen. He was an angel. He fell, and now he's trying to work his way back upstairs. Change the style of your base? Yes, absolutely. There are a lot of options for base design. There are different floor textures, roof textures, wall textures, large sizes, all kinds of stuff you can put in it that serves no purpose other than looking fucking cool. The Flabbergaster. The Ill Wind, who blows no one good. Antimatter. The Dink. A number of these were characters I had in the live game. The Dink, I think, was my highest level villain in the live game. Ed 309. You may remember Ed 209 from RoboCop. That's the other big robot. Lady Funnelweb. Ernst Stavro Blofeld. Any James Bond fans will recognize him. My redneck samurai, Jim Joe Bob Musashi. That ought to make somebody feel right at home. My Dark Defender, my highest level character in the game when it was live, Morgul. Steve Constantine, John Constantine's cousin. He is the demon summoning mastermind. Yes, congratulations, the spaceship dropping bombs is you're in a map that is under attack by the Rikti. That is an event they've turned back on for all the new players coming back into the game. See if you can find a group that is fighting against the Rikti, and you can get an example of what group play is like. That basically there'll be 10, 20 people clustered together, pulling in the mobs. You'll see buffs and debuffs and skills flying everywhere, and it's a constant shitstorm of visual spam, but it's cool. Gonad the Barbarian. CoH Just, that's a rather obscure pun, as I don't think anyone knows what CoH Just is anymore. Professor Nightshade. First of all, we had the Flabbergaster. We also have the Gobsmacker. Yes, it will kill you if you're not careful. The Rikti invasions can, at least when I was getting hit by them the other night, they peeled half of my health off in a single hit. So, yeah. Quantum Statesman, who is a version of the Statesman, sort of the Superman in City of Heroes, from another universe. Deadbot Alpha Test, which I think actually has my best bio, as it is a boot log of an assassin robot coming online. Midnight Eclipse. Tyrannical Harpy is an in-joke with a friend of mine. That friend is an occasional visitor in here. She's the guildmaster I've had in Lord of the Rings Online. Her name is Faye, and so we also have the Twisted Faye. Those are the two characters that got moved. We have the Screaming Mimi, another Sonic Sentinel. Here's my Sterling Archer character, Sterling Sagittarius, dual pistols. 3 Mile Eileen. The Old Fart. I have no idea what the inspiration was for this character at all. Whoop. Spoiler, he was created on my birthday. Old Man 2019 was created on New Year's Eve 2019. The Earwormer, Symphony Control. They brought Symphony Control in. He's a Dominator. Somebody asked about Dominators. I've got him up to 13. The Exhumed Executioner, because who doesn't like the undead? Dr. Discharge, which sounds a little bit smutty. Dr. Mwahahaha, Arachnos bad guy. The Perfect Patriot, a stereotype. Poison Irving, Poison Ivy's brother. Venefice, another poison-based character. The Reverberant, Sonic Attack Sentinel. The Samurai, Psionic Melee. The Tempest Tyrant, he's actually back there behind the cloud. You can't really see him. Diablond, I believe I created that maybe when they announced Diablo 4. Count Dorkula. He's an old guy. He was a phlebotomist and hematologist, and he got bit and turned into a vampire. Very sad. And then this was the guy I created just for my video, or for the stream and video for YouTube, with the new player experience. This is Professor for New Guys. And that's all of them. So thank you for putting up with my self-indulgence and showing you all of my characters on this server. I have a few scattered across the other servers. But I'm going to call it here for the evening. I want to thank you guys for hanging out, spending your Friday with me. I appreciate that very, very much. I should be back tomorrow at my usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, with more City of Heroes. I plan on playing City of Heroes Saturday, Sunday. Monday, I will probably take off. And Tuesday, I am giving serious consideration to being a very bad boy, because everyone knows we don't order early access, and I'm thinking about ordering early access and playing Nightingale. So we'll see. But that's my plan for the upcoming few days. Again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. It does mean a lot to me. It really does. And for the visitors in particular who've come here after seeing YouTube, thank you very, very much. Thank all of you very, very much. I should be back tomorrow. I hope the rest of your Friday night goes great. I hope your weekend kicks ass. No excuses will be accepted. Ass kicking required. I'm back tomorrow. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care, guys, and ciao for now. Good night, all.